So we have a good audience. I'm very happy with the number of people we are getting here. Atif, I'm also making you co-host so that in case my internet goes down, people, when I'm doing the question, people are coming, you can let those people in. Okay, guys, before moving forward, let me just set that tune. Why we are having this coaching call? What is the purpose of this coaching call? What you can expect and what you can't expect from this coaching call. The purpose of this coaching call is to solve 20 hard questions of PMP that I have selected randomly from different authors. Some of them questions are mine, some of the questions belong to different author. The purpose of this coaching call is that you can understand how to solve the questions, how to solve hard questions of PMP. Every month we do one free coaching call for everyone who is interested in PMP, and we assist in the best possible way how you can solve those questions, those hard questions of PMP. So uh, we have more questions, but I have actually make 50 questions, but we will be focusing on 20 questions. And if we are able to do 20 questions in less time, then maybe we will do more questions. At any time, if you have any question, you can raise your hand. There's a feature of raising hand in Zoom. Please click on that so that I can understand everyone is clear how to raise the hand. Please click on that, raise hand. Okay. Okay. Barsha, Hassan, good. Queen, good. Abdul Ahad, Abdul Wahab, Santosh, Aparna, Muhammad. Okay. Majority of the people got it. So this is whenever you have a question, you can raise the hand and I will answer it. This is the first ground rule. Since you are a PMP aspirant, you guys know that ground rules are the most important thing. I will give like 30 to 60 seconds for each question. In real exam, you will get 90 seconds to solve one question, but here I will be giving you less time so that in less time, if you can prepare, you can do better. So after 20 question, the house will be open for any question answer you want to ask. Any topic that is confusing you, you can ask any question you from any author, from any mock that you have done is confusing you. You can ask anything you want once those 20 questions are done. So this will be our structure, a very, very important thing. So we have, but I can tell right now, we have people here from India, we have people here from Pakistan, we have people here from US, Canada, Bangladesh, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, Japan, Malaysia. I can see if other nationality are also there, they can type it. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so Abdullah Yasin, thank you. So a diverse audience is there. Cameroon, thank you for joining from Cameroon, Ghana, Canada. Thank you very much for joining. So a very important thing that I would like to say that respect the diversity. We have gender diversity, and in PMP exam, this will be a question about diversity, gender diversity, and all those things. PMP exam nowadays is very heavy on a virtual environment. If you are following me on any social media, you know I put all those experiences, and virtual environment is one of the most important thing nowadays. So be like ready for those type of question in your real PMP exam. So before starting, if you have any question, raise your hand. I have 4 minutes in which I can answer your question. Then I will directly open my slides. You can raise your hand. One more thing before answering any question. So how we will solve the question? I will say one of the student to please answer the question. That person will solve the question by unmuting himself. He will assist me in solving the question. Everyone else, they can write down the answer in the chat box. The better way will be that you send answer directly to me so that we don't have herd mentality that two people give the same option and everyone is giving the same option. And if it is possible to answer the question with while answering the question, give a little bit justification. Why do you think that this question is right? Okay, so Aparna, you raise your hand. Please go ahead. What is your question, my friend?
Yeah, Amer, I had a question where, my question was, is it mandatory to read the Agile practice guide, or else is it sufficient to go through the videos alone?
Okay. So, Aparna, nothing is mandatory for PMP preparation. The day the PIMBOK 7th edition was launched, and 2020, since I would say 2021, PMI is not dependent on any type of guide. You don't read Agile guide at all. There is no issue. Out of 114 students who have cleared, nearly 70-80 students, they were not book reader. They don't like to read the book, so that was not needed. But if you can read page number 56 to 58, 50, right, you can write it down, page number 56 to 58 and page number 111 to 114. Those page numbers are very important, because in those page numbers there are two tables. At 56 to 58, there is one table, and 111 to 114, there is a second table, which says what you should do in such kind of scenario. So in PMP exam, you will get 90 to 98% of question situational base. So in those situational base question, that can help. So we still have time for one more question. Anyone? Aparna, I answered your question?
Yes, yes, Amer. Thanks, Amer.
Sure. Anyone else has any question? They can raise their hand. Okay. So, yes, Gaurav.
Hi, Amer, you mean like on the PMBOK 6 guide, this page number?
Agile Guide, PMI Agile Guide.
Okay. PMI, okay.
With the PMBOK 6th edition, there is Agile Guide. These page number are from those Agile Guide. So this is my recommendation. Even if you don't read that, you don't, it's okay. Watch my Agile videos. I have made playlist of Agile. Watch them, watch coaching call. All the coaching calls, things are covered there already. So last minute for any kind of question you can ask. Yes, Rama. Yes, Rama, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Amer. I just unmuted myself. Uh, till which month the preparation based on PMBOK 6 would be valid to give the exam content? Because the exam content outline has not changed at present.
Very good question. Never. The answer is never. This is very, very important that you need to understand that PMI has removed any kind of dependency on PIMBOK. Your exam will be based on exam content outline. So PMI has given 13 reference guide, and all those reference guide are good for the exam. Even right now, 6th edition is valid. Even right now, 7th edition is valid. The author of the team who write down the questions, I had the conversation with them other day. My ATP Greta had the conversation, and PMI has this stance. PMP exam is not based on PMBOK. PMP exam is based on exam content outline. If anyone is saying that so PIMBOK 6 is changing, you need to give the exam by the end of 2021, they have no knowledge. They are just saying from the past trend what PMI has done. Now PMI has removed all those things. So what you need the flow PMP, read 7th edition, 6th edition, read Rita, whatever you want to read. From wherever you are taking the training, the goal is to understand PMP. All the questions will be situational question. There are very low chances that you will be directly asked the question, which process is this? Because processes are not anymore there. There are very less chances that the question will ask you which tool and technique is being used there, because that all the question will be scenario based, situational based. So we are out of time. So if you have any question, you can ask after the question. Sorry, phone mentor, you can ask after the 10-20 question, or you can type it down. I'll come back to it. So guys, please mute yourself. Everyone mute yourself so that everyone can understand what is happening here. Okay, sorry. Okay, link. Okay, I shared the agenda to you guys. So we are starting at 10:10. So everyone please read rules this one time. These are very important. So I'll move forward. Atif, can you read it aloud? Atif?
Yes, sir. Ground rules. We will start at 10:10 for questions, and we have 2 hours for for this class. Respect everyone and respect diversity. If you have questions, raise your hand and wait for your turn. If you disagree with answer provided, please raise hand in Zoom. We will answer all questions that is related to PMP in end. Let's try to have fun while working.
No, that is my key, Atif. You know that I try to have fun. I'm basically a corporate trainer. These are my some credential, and I am proud to say that we have 99.1 success rate, and we have Atif as of today 114 certified PMP. I am authorized trainer for PMP as well as discipline agile. Okay, so these are my credentials just to support all those things. So let's move directly to the question. Atif, please solve question number 1.
Sure, sir. Okay, what is the question? Leveraging the resource management plan and the project schedule, your team is involved in the acquire resources process. Due to the nature of the organization and the project at hand, this involves negotiating with functional managers to obtain access to the team member necessary to complete the project. You have been unable to obtain full access to any specific resource. Instead, each team member have distinct times, shifts, and days when which they are able. On which document will your team record these limitations, the resource availability? Resource breakdown structure, project management plan, project schedule, and project schedule?
Oh, so that is project calendar.
Calendar, okay. So this is functional manager negotiating, and I guess resource breakdown, project management plan. Due to nature of the organization and the project at hand, resource process. I don't think it's a project schedule, project calendar, not project calendar.
Okay.
Then you go to project management plan and resource breakdown structure. Project management plan, I believe, because this is the whole project thing we are saying.
This is actually resource calendar. The word is resource calendar.
Okay.
So what is your answer?
Project management plan.
Okay.
That should has all the details.
Let's see what good things Atif has done and what bad thing Atif has done. First of all, I'm sorry that this option was resource calendar. So that is my fault. Okay. So guys, the step number 1 is that you need to slow down to read the question. My recommendation is that, like, if your language, primary language or secondary language, or even tertiary language is English, please slow down. Most of the time, we read question 2-3 times and we don't understand the question. Secondly, if possible, especially in long question like this, read the last line first. Reading the last line first gives you the context, basically what is happening, what actually is required in these questions, all those things. So that is very important. So Atif did this, Atif didn't do that, it's choice. Then identify what is the problem here. So Atif, what was the problem in this question? Which problem? Every question is a problem. Which problem you are solving here?
So the problem I'm solving here is that due to the nature of the organization, the project in hand, this involves negotiation with the function, obtain access to the team member necessary to complete the project. You have been unable to obtain the full access to the resource. Instead, each team member has distant time shift. On which document will your team record these limitations, the limitation of the time shift and days, which...
Atif, what is a plan? Identify me as a general. What is a plan? Plan is all about how to do something. Yes. How to do something that comes under the plan. So do we record like distinct time, shift, and days in the plan when they will be able, when the resource will be available?
So then that should be the resource calendar, because it wasn't written there.
So guys, very important to understand all the documents, all the plans, like what is the context of this? Yes, resource breakdown structure is a hierarchical breakdown of structure. Plan is all about how to do things.
Oh,
Project schedule is the schedule of activities. It does not have the time details. So I would say that is my mistake. I didn't have resource calendar here. So resource calendar is the right answer. And
yeah.
many students like Hassan, Rohit, Rafi, Kiran, Gaurav. Oh, I'm very, very happy that all of them give the resource calendar answer. So Atif, need to work on this. So few things that as we move along the way, Atif, you can mute yourself, slow down, read the last line, identify what is the problem. Every question is a problem. Some problems are straightforward, some problems are twisted. So identify what is the problem. Okay, so the guy who had exam on Monday, please answer this question. I don't remember his name. I'm not good with names. Guy who had exam on Monday. Okay. Rama, can you answer this question?
William, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I read, Amer?
Yes. The guy who has exam on Monday, he can read. So Rama, you can read the question later on. Sanket,
Okay,
you
fine.
have
William have exam on Monday 2nd. That's what he said.
William, are you here? Okay, Rama, Sanket, let Rama do it. Rama, please do it.
Okay. A project owner repeatedly complains, saying that a function developed by the development team does not seem to align with the original design. What will help to solve this issue? So ask the product owner to sit in on the next iteration review meeting to learn more about the development status for the product. Schedule time during the next retrospective session to discuss all corrective actions and ask the project owner to participate in the session. Ask the quality assurance team to identify any mismatches in the functionality compared to the initial design. Ask the development team to rewrite the function so that it matches with the project scope. So the question here is, already the function has been developed by the development team, and maybe it is in the testing process. So there, where the owner is saying that it is not getting aligned with the original design. So this is one of the defect which is being found after development during testing process. So maybe we can ask the QA team to identify the mismatches in the functionality compared to the initial design.
Your answer would be C.
Yeah, could be C.
Rama, very important thing to understand here. In the last thing I said, last question, slow down, last line, identify the problem, and the most important thing, your nuclear weapon or a secret weapon in PMP is elimination technique. Elimination technique. You need to eliminate the option one by one. Eliminate those options. How you eliminate? Like you need to tell me how I eliminated option A, how I eliminated B, and then how I went to the C. Even the question is straightforward, guys. Never go with that. Always go with the elimination technique. Why do you think this is the right answer?
Okay, so the first thing is he is complaining the function developed by the development team does not align. It means he has already done an iteration review or a retrospective with the team. So every review they used to check whether the design is perfect or compliant with the scope or the function which is required has been developed or not. So the first option A could be that is, see, he is complaining, so we cannot ask him to sit in the next review meeting to learn more about the development status. So same is the case in schedule B, schedule time during the retrospective session to discuss all corrective actions and ask the owner to participate. So because here the scenario is he is saying that it is not aligning. So probably the D, ask the development team to rewrite the function, because before identifying the problem, we cannot directly go to the solution to ask the team to rewrite. So that is ruled out. So probably the process here, we have to verify the deliverable, whether it is perfect, whether it is correct. So that is made me to select the option C here, Amir.
Okay, Rama, what is the purpose of retrospective?
Retrospective is again to review the complete. See, retrospective normally done in after the iterations. So only to review whether we are whether the team has been completed the work as per the backlog. That is iteration backlog.
No. What are the 5 steps of retrospective?
I couldn't able to recall. I mean, you can please explain.
You see that the purpose of the retrospective is, Rama, to identify the problems, how in the processes, in the people, in all those things. There are 5 steps of retrospective. Retrospective is just about lesson learning, identifying the root cause why the problem has occurred. So the 5 steps are: set the stage, gather data, generate insight, decide what to do, and close the retrospective. Gather data and generate insight. In generate insight, we need to solve the root cause analysis. We basically do the fishbone diagram. Why? So that is the way how we are going to solve it. Because the product owner repeatedly complains, saying that a functional deployed by the development team does not seem to align with the original design. So we need to do the root cause analysis, why it is not being aligned with the original design. Why it is not being aligned. So we need to identify the problem here and then solve the question. So whenever,
correct.
In quality assurance, when do you do quality assurance in the agile?
That is at each and every iteration, the completion requires a quality assurance.
Quality assurance, understand this thing. Quality assurance means manage quality. It happens while you are delivering it. It happens while you are working. Quality control happens after it is done. Quality assurance is a preventive thing.
Correct.
Preventive thing.
Correct.
The problem has already occurred. How can you do preventive action?
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So B.
Yeah, B is the, I marked it wrong because you were saying B is the right answer. Priya, go ahead. You have a question? Priya?
So I just want to say that the last line actually asked that how you will solve this issue. So in retrospective is the place where we discuss what can be done, what are the corrective measures to be taken.
Well done. You identified rightly. So Priya, please do the next question, kindly. Priya, please solve the next question.
Yes. As you create the plans, you remind yourself that all of the following are factors that influence the choice of ideal communication technology, except clarity of the message, sensitivity and confidentiality of the message, ease of use, availability and readability. In the pursuit of reducing communication problems within your project, you devise plans to use a variety of communication technologies. And as you remind yourself that all the following are factors that influence the choice of ideal communication technology, except. So message should be clear. So second option, sensitivity and confidentiality of the message. Yes, it has to be. It should be availability and reliability. So I'll go with option C.
Okay, option C, why? How did you eliminate all other options? Can you please highlight me?
We have to select which cannot be influence the choice of ideal communication, which is not an ideal choice of communication.
Okay. And
it should not be. So clarity of the message. Yes, the message should be clear when you're communicating with your team or with the problems to reduce a communication problem.
So clarity, as you create, Priya, as you create the plans, you remind yourself that all of the following are factors that influence the choice of ideal communication technology. The key is here, technology. Which
Okay.
technology to use? So why do we use Zoom? It is available. Everyone can use it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Ease of use. It is easy to use. It's no hard and fast. Just click and plug and play. If we want to make information confidential, we can do it, right? So all four things are important. But if you categorize that, this is the least important thing when you are utilizing the technology. You are identifying which technology is to be used. It is the last thing, because even if you use anything, any technology, still there is a possibility that a message is not clear, because noise can come in any material. No? The
Right.
model
Right.
says sender, medium, receiver, give feedback, and again it goes to. So when you are identifying the technology, we need to use it. Easy of use, availability, is it available? So why I'm using Zoom? Because I have it. It's availability. Why I'm using it? It's easy for me. Is it sensitive and I can make it confidential? I can stop recording. I can stop live on YouTube. It becomes confidential. For example, you know that all of the videos I'm sharing you, like not all our coaching calls are public. Not all our videos are public. There are some public videos. There are some private videos. We do that. Clarity of the message that comes is a different thing. Technology does not affect that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. So option number A is the right answer. Next question. Okay. Sanket, please answer.
A project manager is in the process of tracking, reviewing, and reporting the overall process to meet the performance objectives defined in the project management plan. Which of the following are not elements of an organizational governance framework that could affect the project? Behavior, systems, policies, rules. Which of the following are not elements of an organizational governance framework that could affect the project? Not elements of organizational governance, behavior, system, policies. So system would obviously be part of governance framework, policies as well, the code of conduct, and rules and regulations also. So I guess it should be behaviors.
Well done. Well done. I really like the way how you use elimination technique. And this was a particularly difficult question because we never know what governance framework is a very difficult thing. But elimination technique made it very easy. Well done, Sanket. And A is the right answer. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Dhiren Shah? Dhiren Shah, can you answer this question?
Sir, my throat is not well.
Okay, no issue. Okay.
Please.
Zahir Ahmed, can you answer this question?
I love to answer this question, but I don't have any experience. So this is my first session with you. So I'm learning process. I hope I will be in the top in the future.
Sure. Sujit, is it Sujit? No? Sujit, would you like to answer this question? Okay. Okay. Hassan, unmute yourself and please answer this question. Hassan? Hassan Mohammed?
Yeah, starting. A member of your team is looking for activity details to aid her in execution. Which of the following best describing where she could find much details? Okay. Describe where she would find some details. Active. Okay. D, I will eliminate. Schedule management also. Project coordinator should be contacted this also. I will go for A.
And what is the reason for going to A?
Normally for activity details, there should be option like WBS dictionary or like this.
Well done, well done, well done. Well done. I really like the way you are solving question. Good. Well done, my friend. A is the right answer. B, C, D are wrong answers. Let's go to the next question. Who will answer? Vibe Hava Kumar. I hope I'm saying it right. Vahiba Kumar, I guess. Vahiba Kumar? Okay.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Please.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Actually, okay, sir, I'm trying to solve. Actually, I'm very new, but I'm trying to solve. A new project manager joins the project daily stand-up only to find that the project team spent too much time discussing way to deal with obstruction in the project. Because of these discussion, stand-up often last well over 2 hours. What process should be used to deal with this issue? Option A, explain to team member that long discussion take time away from actual work on the project. Eliminated. Explain to team member that long discussion take time away from actual work on the project. Insert a new team member who will manage obstacle and schedule additional meeting to discuss possible solution. Tell the team member that they are required to shorten the stand-up meeting and improve on finding solution. D is the answer, sir.
Well done, well done. Now I really like you. Even you said that your preparation is not up to mark. Still, by using elimination technique, you are able to solve the question. D is the right answer. Well done, my friend. Good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay, next. Anthony? Anthony, can you answer the question? Anthony?
Okay. Hello, let me try. I'm also new, but I would like to try.
Sure.
There is a significant debate within your project management office regarding the rigor by which a project manager should follow the established project management processes. Which of the following most appropriate defines the correct perspective with which to approach the adherence to the use of project management processes? Let me try. The cultural norms of the country within which the project is conducted help define the processes to be used. Selectively apply the processes that define the project manager and team based on unique project conditions. Selectively apply the processes as appropriately defined by the sponsor. Always apply every process uniformly, regardless of the project. I'm looking at C. Selectively apply the processes as appropriately defined by the sponsor.
So why you choose this answer?
Okay, no, I'm looking at. Okay, it looks like since every project is different, I would say selectively apply the processes as defined by the project manager and the team based on the unique project conditions.
Mm-hmm. So what are your final answer?
Because I'm looking at B.
Okay. B option. And the reason? Reason, brother, for every question, I am more interested in the reason as compared to the answer. Your answer is right. Let me put it first this thing. Your answer is right. Now I need a reason.
Yeah, the reason is every project is unique and it's peculiar. So not all processes applied are the same on every project.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. I respect your explanation, and B is the right answer. Well done, my friend. So we are doing very good here. We are doing very good here, and people are answering right answer. I am actually loving it. So let's see who can answer the next question. Okay. Ankar, can you answer the question? Is it Ankar or it's Ankur? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Is it Ankar or Ankur?
Ankur.
Ankur, please answer the question.
As a servant leader, how do you handle this situation? Now the question is, you are in charge of a agile managed project as the Scrum Master. During a sprint review meeting, you discover that a significant mistake was made in the coding process for a feature, resulting in a device bug. You contact the development team to determine the root cause and formulate a course of action. As a servant leader, how do you handle this situation? Option A, figure out the developer who made the issue or made the mistake and do a immediate performance review meeting. Option B, identify the individual who made this mistake and give them to another project. Plan a review meeting with the development team. Identify the developer who created the error and try to understand the root cause of the error. Arrange a training for the developer if it was a training gap for them. Option D, plan a meeting with the development team. Identify the team member who created the error and ask them to correct the error at the earliest before the client catches it.
Yes. So what is the answer? What is the answer?
Answer might be C.
Why? Why C is the answer?
Because we are trying to get to the roots of the problem by getting to the developer who made the error and arrange a training for the developer if there was a training gap for him.
Well done. Well done. You answered rightly. You did everything right. But brother, I will again suggest always use elimination technique while solving the question. You can answer few questions directly, but with elimination technique, the probability of answering every question right goes very high. So try to answer with elimination technique.
Right.
And your answer is right, first of all. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Jyoti, can you answer this one? Jyoti?
Yeah. A customer requests a change in the technical approach for a product currently in development. The project manager learns that this request during a recurring project review. The project manager learns about this request during a recurring project review. What should the project manager do in response to the customer's request? Work with the team members to immediately implement the new approach, discuss the pros and cons of the proposed approach with stakeholders, then select the approach that is best for the team and notify team members. In order to obtain sponsors' buy-in, have the team to benchmark the approach. Have the team decide on the appropriate approach, giving them authority to implement their decision and validate their decision in talks with stakeholders.
So what is the right answer? Yes, Jyoti. Use elimination technique and try to answer the question.
What should the project in response of the customer's request? Work with the project member to immediately implement the new approach. According to me, that's incorrect because team should be part of it to make a decision, discuss the pros and cons of the proposed approach with stakeholders, then select the approach that is best for the team and notify team members. I don't think so that's correct. In order to obtain sponsor buy-in, have the team to benchmark the approach.
So your answer?
Have the team member decide on the appropriate approach, giving them authority to implement the decision and validate the decision in talks with stakeholders. I think D is the correct answer because team should be involved and the authority, accordingly, because they will be developing and then discuss it with the stakeholders.
So what would you say that you will do here? Option A, work with team members, discuss the pros and cons, obtain sponsors buy-in, or have the team decide. So what will you do, my friend? Yes, Jyoti. Clock is
between B and D. Yes, because I missed the word pros and cons. I think B would be correct.
Okay, now very important thing. We directly remove it, work with team to implement a new approach. So a very important thing that need to understand. A customer requests a change in the technical approach of a product currently in development. The project manager learns about this request during a recurring project review. What should the project manager do in response to the customer request? Discuss the pros and cons. Let's discuss your two options. Discuss the pros and cons of the proposed approach with the stakeholder, then select the approach that is best for the team. Who is he to select the approach? How can he decide which approach is best for the team?
That's correct. Actually, development team should be
servant leader
is a facilitator.
Servant leadership mentality. Even if the question says it is predictive, agile, I don't care. Servant leadership mentality is the key for every question. So B is eliminated. Let go with the option D. Have the team decide on the appropriate approach. Have the team decide, a very good line. But let's see, giving them authority to implement their decision and validating their decision and talk with stakeholders. That is the thing of a stakeholders. That is the thing of a servant leader, that what servant leader really do. So I would go with the option D. Very, very tricky question, Jyoti. But mentality of a servant leadership and agile mindset is the key for any question in the PMP. Very important. Thank you, Jyoti. Patrick, are you with me? Patrick, are you here? I can see. Okay. Okay. Vishnu, would you like to answer? Vishnu Barik?
Yes, I will try. I will try.
Sure.
Question is, a smart grid project combines predictive and agile tracks. The agile team detected a major software defect after its release and began working on a correction. But the defective release was deployed by the predictive track and caused a field test to fail. Which measure would be most effective to prevent similar problems in the future? And so that retrospective are shared with the predictive team, send project-wide issue log updates via instant messaging, replan the software track into the predictive schedule, run the same unit test in the agile lab and in the field sites. Smart grid project means predictive and agile tracks. Is the hybrid question. The agile team detected a major software defect after its release and began working on the correction. But the defect release was deployed by the predictive track. It caused a field test to fail, which measures is the most effective to prevent similar problems, which means the most effective to prevent problem in the future.
Use elimination technique and answer this question. What do you think is the right? Yes, my friend.
Will ensure that retrospective are shared with the predictive team. It can be. Send project file.
Ensure that retrospectives are shared with the predictive team. You are saying this is the answer?
No, it can be.
Okay,
I'm not eliminating it right now.
Okay, next.
Yes. Send project-wide issue log updates via instant messaging. Project-wide issue log. So there is no defective release by the predictive track. So there is no issues. Yes, there is an issue. There is an issue. So we can be put the issue log. We can be updating the issue log. Replan the software track into the predictive schedule. No, it cannot be. Run the same unit test in the Agile lab and in the field sites. So I will go for B.
And why B?
So there is a issue because there is a problem that working on the collection because after that release they have a problem. So there is a issue going on. So that issue should be updated by instant messaging.
Well done, my friend. Well done. I really like the way most of the people are answering option A. The first thing that you need to understand, very important, is ensure that retrospective are shared with the productivity. What retrospective? We are talking about the lesson learned. So if the words are even there, we need to see a lesson learned. So let's walk with this question. Very important. Which measure would be the most effective to prevent similar problems in the future? Okay. Issue reoccurrence, how we can avoid it. A smart grid project combines predictive and agile track, maybe hybrid project. The agile team detected a major software defect after its release and began working on a correction. But the defective release was developed by the predictive track and caused a field test to fail. So there's a communication gaps. So there's a communication gap there. So what do you need to do? As a medium, you need to immediately share the information via an instant message or via email, whatever you are doing. C is out, D is out. We cannot force the agile team, predictive team to work together. So same for the B. Send a project-wide issue log updates so that they can understand, okay, we have updated it. Maybe instant messaging can be through any medium, email, whatever you want to use. But the purpose is to use the communication medium so that everyone can understand. Well done. I really like the way how you answered the question. Thank you very much. Question number 11. Rohit? Rohit?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Project manager would like to utilize the project fund to manage a situation that presents a significant risk to the project success. Which of the following should the project manager refer to for guidance on utilizing project funds for this need? Cost baseline and the risk register, cost management plan, project budget, and risk management plan. So the problem here is project manager would like to utilize funds. So this fund could be a project from the project budget, which would involve contingency reserves or management reserves. Which of the following should the project manager refer to for guidance on utilizing the project funds? So he needs to refer some document or plan for the project funds. So first option is cost baseline and the risk register. This would be eliminated. Cost baseline is for performance measures. Cost management plan could be. Project budget is at the actual budget. So it is the total budget of the project. So this cannot give you any information, so eliminate it. And risk management plan would only give you the related to risk. So cost management plan would be.
Okay. Risk management plan will only give you the information about risk. And what the question is saying, Rohit, a project manager would like to utilize funds to manage a situation that presents a significant risk. So we need information related to risk, how to manage the significant risk. Which of the following should the project manage when referred for the guidance on utilizing project funds? So why we use even risk management?
So the risk management plan would be. Okay, I got
The question was twisted, and you got twisted, my friend. Rohit, this is not a good thing. We need to work better on it. You use elimination technique, you are able to do from 4 to 2 option. But where you heard the word cost management plan, you got confused. Cost management plan is all about how to the cost management, all those things. But regarding the reserves, how to use the reserve, it's the power of risk management plan that tells us how to handle the reserves. So D is the right answer, my friend. Thank you very much. Rohit, Rafiullah, can you answer the next question? Rafiullah, can you answer the next question? I guess Rafiullah is not here. Okay. Vishnu is done. Palani, can you answer?
Yes, I can try.
Yeah, please.
As a project manager, you kept all the project documentation on your laptop's hard disk. You have planned for the worst risk, hard disk crash. So you did a weekly backup on a portable drive that you carried in your laptop. One day on your way back from office, you stopped to buy a cup of coffee. When you returned to your car, you found the window was broken and the laptop bag was missing. Both your laptop and portable backup device were lost. You failed to identify theft as a risk. All of the following could have been a response planned for such a risk, except keep the bag with you all the time when you are not in a secure area. Keep another backup at office. Hide the bag in the trunk of the car. Password secure the laptop and the portable backup device. All of the following could have been a response plan for such a risk, except keep the bag with you all time, so that we cannot keep bag with us all the time. Second is gone because keep another backup at office. We cannot make numerous backup. Hide the bag in trunk. So we cannot hide in one place. We can hide and we cannot do for all the places. So we have to go for password secure of the laptop and the portable device backup.
Well done, well done. And let me tell you an interesting thing. More than 50 people have answered that wrong. Like I am reading answer from all the people who are sending direct message to me and on YouTube. Like most of the people have answered wrong. And this is very important thing. Like you answered right. Well done, my friend. You use elimination technique. So everyone knows who answered wrong. I don't understand why did guys you got confused in this question. The question clearly says that we need to secure the thing. The question clearly says that there's a risk that is there. So secure it. Password secure the laptop and portable backup device.
It's a practical thinking. Amer.
Yeah, it's a practical
thinking. We cannot
keep
the bag. We cannot keep the bag all the time with us.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying from the start of this coaching call. Friends, we have to understand this thing, that PMP from 2021 is all about situational, real life situations. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Real life situations. Thank you, my friend. You answered very well.
Thank you.
Actually, this conflicts with the code and conduct policy. So code and conduct policy says you don't keep your bag in the car and in open place. Keep it with you if you are leaving your car something.
Which code of conduct says that?
It's my company policy.
Yeah, your company policy can say that. But you see what the question is happening here. As a project manager, you keep Guys, if you have like many people raise the hands, let me complete the questions and then we can come back. You keep the project documentation on your laptop's hard disk. You have planned for the worst risk, hard disk crash. You did a weekly backup. That's a normal thing that we do. One day on your way from the office, you stopped to buy a cup of coffee. When you returned to your car, you found the window was broken and the laptop was missing. Both your laptop and portable device were lost. So the biggest issue was here that you put both things at one place. You fail to identify theft as a risk. So the simple thing is that you put like secure the things, both of those things, secure those things. Keep the bag with you all the time. You cannot do that, is not even a possibility. Keep another backup at the office. That seems a good option. That seems a good option, very good option. But let's move. Hide the bag. Password secure the laptop. Now it once you password secure the laptop, even if somebody stole, they cannot do the thing. So B seems a very good option, but what will resolve the problem? We always need to see what can resolve the problem permanently. And Atif, D becomes the right answer. And what you are saying is 100% right. Many companies does not allow to do that. But in the question, do you see anything that the company says that it is not allowed here? And I know you cannot raise your hand since you are co-host. That's why you unmuted yourself. Okay, four people raised the hand for this question. Guys, can we come later on? Like we already are running out of time, and we have only done 12 questions. Let me do the 8 questions, then I will come back to this thing. Okay, Santosh, can you answer this question?
Yeah, sure. By posting projects update at regular scheduled intervals on the project management information hub that is accessible to all stakeholders, your team is utilizing which method of communication? Interactive communication, focus communication, pull communication, and push communication. Okay, so posting project updates. So it is more like a broadcasting. So it is not an interactive communication for sure. And all stakeholders can access it. So focus communication, yeah, I mean that still won't be an option. Pull communication and push communication, I see only these two of one of it. Your team is utilizing which method of communication? Okay, from the team's perspective, it is push communication.
Okay. A very good question here to understand. So if I put my video on YouTube right now, if I put my video on YouTube, what I am doing? Am I doing the push communication for you guys, or am I doing a pull communication?
For us, it's pull communication.
So what are you doing here? So your team is utilizing what I am doing it. I am the team. Na? I'm not doing the push communication. Pushing would be like I send a notification to all of you. What is the pushing communication? I shared this link in my WhatsApp group. Santosh, I shared this link na, so that my students can directly come to this class. So that becomes push communication. But you guys are accessing it from the YouTube. Like all the people who are accessing from the YouTube, what they are doing? They are doing pull communication. So this method in which you put it on the dashboard, you put it somewhere, you are basically doing pull communication there. Push communication is pushing someone for something. Okay, this is the thing that you need to do it. This is the thing that we need to do it. Like doing the emails. That is a push communication. But putting it someplace at dashboard or at a co-located area, that becomes more of a pull communication. And if two persons start discussing that, that becomes an interactive communication. So whenever there's a large volume of information for large audience, they require to get the information, their content like e-lessons, e-learning, database, knowledge repository, all these things are handled by pull communication. Okay? Okay, Santosh?
All right.
Yes, Gaurav, you have
understood.
Your question.
If the question say if the notification is enabled in this scenario,
then push communication.
Okay. Because I am thinking like some of the people can ignore or disable the notification. Then later on they come And then they will pull the information.
Yeah. If the notification is turned from your side, then like I am making sure that everyone receiving, they are getting the notification. For example, they can turn the WhatsApp messages as silent, but still they get that message. So that becomes more of a push communication. But when you put it somewhere, as a general rule, when you put it somewhere on internet, you have to use a pull communication as a medium. Well done, Gaurav. I really like your question. Okay, so Muhammad Ali, can you answer the question? Muhammad Ali?
Yes, sure. What document establishes is a partnership between the performing and requesting organization? What document establishes a partnership between performing and requesting organization? Stakeholder is register, Gantt chart, project management plan, project charter. Performing and requesting. I think stakeholder is register is not Gantt. I think project charter is correct one.
Why?
Because all the initial information on that in that project.
Yes, you are right. You are 100% right. So sometimes you can get a direct question, and PMP exam is structured in this way. Sometimes you get direct question, sometimes you get twisted question like the one before. Okay, next question we will answer. Sandeep. Sandeep, would you like to answer?
Yep. Thank you.
Please go ahead.
Okay, toughest one. Which of the following describes the best possible way to prepare for project risk that cannot be identified prior to the project starting, and that can only be recognized after they have occurred? So known unknown and unknown known. Okay. So it is improving project resilience, improving project risk planning. There is no way to prepare for risk that cannot be. There is no way to prepare for risk that cannot be identified. No. This is no. Managing risk at the enterprise level. No. C is no. Then improving project risk planning, project risk resilience. That cannot be a project risk that cannot be identified prior to the project start. Be identified prior to the project starting.
So Sandeep, let me give the context of this question. What is the best way to fight that disease that you cannot, you have not identified? Like a disease that can come 20 years later to you. What is the best way you can do, your body can do? Smoking a cigarette daily, having a drink daily. That's what we can do for our body. No, what we can do? We can go please mute yourself, guys. So no.
This is a real test.
Yeah. So Sandeep, what we can do actually to improve our health? What we can improve our life?
Immunity.
Immunity, good. Why do we do PMP? So that you don't get a job most of the time directly doing after PMP. What you are doing, you are trying to get some unidentified risk, like when there will be downsizing.
Unidentified opportunity.
Yes, for all those things, immunity, all those things. So in the case of project, how can you increase? What do we call that word that increases the immunity? That is the power of the project.
That is B, improving project risk planning.
Resilience, project resilience. Resilience is the internal strength into immunity in the terms of project management. Resilience is how you can fight. Okay, how you can fight all those things. For example, when the COVID started way back a year ago or 2 years ago, people said, doctors and everyone started saying, do 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour walk. If you can do, you're like maintain your health. Don't get all those things although it didn't happen, all of us got fat, but that's a different thing. So the thing is that they were asking to increase our resilience. Okay, so A is the answer. As I am saying again and again, don't overthink on the question. Understand the question, read the question slowly, understand the question. Understand the question. In the real case, what is the problem? Identify the problem, how you can solve it in the real ways. All questions are situational question. How you would solve it, and then use elimination technique. Identifying the problem and using elimination technique, very important. Okay, Nadeem, next question. Thank you, Sandeep. A was the right answer, by the way. Nadeem, next question, can you answer?
Which approach would be most effective to clear out these minor tasks faster? Integrate the small task to either the definition of done or acceptance criteria. Prioritize the backlog on a daily basis so that recent triggers boost story priority. Reprioritize the backlog to favor the smaller stories and reassign them daily. Combine multiple minor tasks to make story sizes consistent with key objectives. A hybrid municipal waste management project combines many brief administrative tasks with small-scale public works. An agile track makes good progress on key objectives, but small tasks are accumulating in the backlog. Most tasks can be done in one day, but are dependent on unpredictable triggering events. Which approach would be most effective to clear out these minor tasks faster? Okay, so the question is saying that the can be done in one day, but are dependent. So tasks are dependent. In Agile, the user stories should be independent. Integrate the small tasks to either the definition of done or acceptance criteria. Now prioritize the backlog on a daily basis so that recent triggers those story priority. Prioritize the backlog to favor the smaller stories and assign them. Combine multiple minor tasks to make story size consistent with key objectives. I use the elimination technique, then integrate the smart task to either the definition of it will be removed. Prioritize the backlog on a daily basis so that recent triggers boost is also removed. Prioritize the backlog to favor the smaller stories and reassign them daily. Combine. I think option C.
Okay, option C. Reprioritize the product backlog to favor the smaller story. Why we will favor the smaller story? I need a justification for this, Nadeem. And reassign them daily. What do you mean by reassigning them daily? Yes, Nadeem?
Reassigning means assign the team.
You will reassign them daily. And do we reassign? Do we reassign the team to daily, or
no,
team take the story?
It's not correct.
So then why you choose this answer? It's a very, very good question. It's a very good question, I have to say. And I guess I haven't seen anyone. Okay, Santosh answered rightly. Well, apart from Santosh, I guess, no, Kiran answered for the previous question. Okay, Nadeem, let's work with this question. So the question clearly says which approach would be the most effective to clear out this minor task faster, right? So we need something, Nadeem, that can, the approach that can work for these minor tasks. Let's work. A hybrid municipality waste management project combines many brief administrative tasks with small public works. So we have small tasks, then hybrid environment. Okay, and agile truck makes good progress on key coming there. So most tasks can be done in one day, but are dependent on unpredictable trigger events. So you tell me. Now, this is all about time management. A very good question about time management. If there are small tasks there, how do you handle in your real life? Don't you combine them and see, like you find out the linkage. Okay, A and D are interrelated, let's combine them. B and C are interrelated, let's combine them. E and F are related, let's combine them. Do we do that or not, Nadeem?
Yeah. Yes.
So why don't you select let's eliminate, reprioritize the product backlog on daily basis. Nothing to do with that. Why do we reprioritize the combine multiple? Good option.
Combine multiple minor tasks.
No,
Yes.
combine multiple tasks to make story size consistent with key objective. They are small tasks. They cannot be key. So let's eliminate that also. Integrate the small task to either the definition of done. Let's put them in checklist. What is this? Checklist. Definition of done is nothing but a checklist, the things you need to do. Combine them, integrate them into small tasks, add into them and solve them. Yes or no?
Yes.
You are getting my thing or not? A very
I
question.
get your point.
Yeah, a very difficult question, but a real life scenario. A real life scenario. Guys, I spent last night I slept like 5:50 a.m. I have selected 60 questions from so many different ways. And from 60, then I categorized 20 questions to mix it more like a PMP thing. These are questions that are real like PMP questions. So think about servant leadership, agile mentality, and how do you solve in the real life? Very, very important questions. Okay. So as I was saying, the simple and easiest questions are also there. So who will solve this? Okay. Abdul Wahab. Please don't get this one wrong. Abdul Wahab.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
An organizational structure where employees are grouped by specialty is called balanced, matrix, projectized, functional. So we are talking about organizational structure with group by specialty. So we call it, I will cancel balanced and I will cancel projectized. I will go with matrix.
You will cancel what? Balanced and?
Balanced, projectized. Hello? Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Balance, project. Your answer would be C, D. Someone get this. Please, guys, mute yourself. Atif, kindly mute this. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah. What is your answer, Wahab?
I'll go with the matrix organization.
Okay, what is a matrix organization?
Assigning as per it's about you can say mixture of both projectized and functional.
Okay, Abdul Wahab, in which type of industry you work?
In construction.
Construction. How people are organized in your industry?
As per their you can say specialty.
As per their specialty. Don't you have project manager?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have a project manager, you don't have people like working, all the people having a cross-functional team, even a scheduler is helping in the costing. Yes or no?
Yes.
So how can you say that? My friend, in functional organization is an organization in which people are arranged actually by their specialty. We have a costing department, we have an engineering department, like a steel mill, all those things. That is basically how you arrange it. A simple line question, but actually it's so confusing. We think, oh, projectile is also a specialty. No, 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 no. Matrix is a combination of things. It comes both things, so it cannot be there. Functional organization, you have costing department. Let's say we talk about steel mill, engineering department. You have some other departments, all of them doing their things. So the functional organization is the real answer. Okay, come, can you answer this one? Come.
Yeah. Okay. Which of the following documents are you least likely to update after implementing a change request to alter the project scope? Scope management plan, cost baseline, performance measurement baseline, requirement management plan. The question deals with a change request and what you have to alter. So from a change request, you can alter the scope management plan because the scope can change a little bit. Then the cost baseline also can change because you can add the management reserve. The performance measurement baseline, that does not sound like a PMI term. Requirement management plan also, you can change it. So I'll go with C, option C.
Now that's a good thing. You made this question wrong, basically lack of information. So let me put information, a little bit information into your mind, then you can answer it again. Combination of scope baseline, schedule baseline, and cost baseline. All three baseline combined is called as this, performance measurement baseline. Now tell me.
Scope,
you actually have four baselines: scope baseline, schedule, cost, and a combination of them you make one baseline that is called as performance measurement baseline. So now tell me the answer.
Okay, if that's the case, from a change request, well, the cost baseline can change, as I said before, because of we can add the management reserves. Now the performance measurement baseline also can change because of all the baselines. Requirement management plan and scope. Well, I will go with option A.
Yeah, you are so close. You see, requirement management plan is an above thing. So with the baselines, you are working with a scope plan. Like plans can be updated that you are getting approved. So scope plan is all about how you handle the scope. You have already collected all the requirements. So why do you even need a requirement plan after that once a scope plan has been written? So this is a very, very important thing to understand. You can't update requirement plan, management plan. This is the least likely thing that will be updating after it. Okay. Requirement management plan. What does the requirement management plan does? How to collect the requirement. You already collected the requirement. Scope management plan is how to manage the scope, how to change the scope. That can be changed. Maybe we change the way how to add the scope, how to measure the baselines. Come, you got me?
Yes, I got you, sir.
Thank you. Kiran, I really like the way how you are solving question. Why don't you solve this question? Kiran? Kiran Mashir, yeah, I guess so. Would you like to, can you solve the next question, please? I guess she cannot. Okay, let me ask someone else. Okay. Abdul Ahad Irfan. Abdul Ahad Irfan, can you solve the question?
I will try it. Yes.
Sure, please.
Okay. So the question is: schedule milestones and deadlines and a predefined budget are example of which critical component that every project manager must consider when chartering and leading a project. Requirements. A option is requirements documentation. B is project constraints. C is activity cost estimates. And D is organizational process assets. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the first option is requirements documentation. So
Okay.
in this, in the requirement documentation, from the requirements documentation, we identify the milestones, deadlines, and the predefined budget. So I think this requirements documentation is the source document, and this is not the document that that is containing milestones, deadlines, and predefined budget in it. So from this resource requirements documentation, we get these milestones, deadlines, and predefined budget.
So what is your answer?
So the I think A is not the correct answer.
So right answer would be?
I will go with B. I guess project constraints.
B is the right answer. Well done, my friend. Well done. B is the right answer. Okay, guys, last question. And whoever's unmute himself and start solving the question, the mic is open. Anyone can answer the question. Whoever does start it first will answer.
Which of the following endeavors is unlikely to be a project?
Okay.
Updating the Active Directory database to reflect a new hire. A research paper on the next generation of high-speed internet connectivity.
Okay.
Installing a new document management system. Developing a new method for capturing issues. So a research paper on next generation of high speed, it is a new initiative. It would be a project. Installing a new document management system. It is again a new document management system, new system. So it is a project. Developing a new method for capturing issues. A new method, it is again a project. So ideally the answer should be updating because it is updating. And
well done, well done, well done. So I really like the way your speed, how you unmuted yourself in 10 seconds and started solving the question and did it. Okay, guys, now very important thing that I wanted to share. First of all, if you have any question regarding anything, you can raise your hand and I will answer your questions. Then I will share few things as a final thing. I want to give you some giveaways, how you can solve the questions, and a very important thing about lesson learned documents that you can solve. So if you have question, please raise your hand. First, we will answer your question, then I will go with that thing. Yes, Hussain Sumru. You three guys have raised the question. Let me get one to one. Yes, Hussain.
Yes, sir. I have a question regarding that question number 18,
question
which was saying about 18. Yes, sir.
Regarding about the scope plan and requirement plan.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your question?
So in plan scope management process, there are two outputs: the scope management plan and requirement management plan.
Okay.
So if you amend after a change request approval, if you amend scope management plan, then you have to also amend requirement management plan.
No. You see, first of all, those processes has no value in today's world. But let's say you have all those plans, scope plan. We have produced two plan. If you now two outputs are not dependent on each other. Okay, plan scope management has output scope management plan and requirement plan, but they are not dependent, brother. That's an independent plan. Requirement plan is how to manage all the requirement. Scope plan is how to manage all the scope, how to control the scope, how to validate the scope. So that's a different thing.
For the sake of the elimination technique, those four options also include the cost baseline and also performance baseline.
Yeah, cost baseline is the real thing.
That is fine, but
no.
The option 2 and option C.
Okay. Let's work on this. Which of the following document are least likely?
Yeah.
Not most likely. Least likely. Minimum. What is possibility that this will not happen, least likely to update. So we actually go to change control procedure to update the baselines. This is most of the time reason why we go to the change control procedure to update scope baseline, schedule baseline, or cost baseline. The baseline.
I just want to understand the elimination. So option B says cost baseline.
I am eliminating now. Let me do that. So cost baseline is the most important thing that we do after that. So this is eliminated as the first thing. Performance measurement baseline means scope, schedule, and cost. All three baselines. So C is eliminated. Now we are left with scope plan and requirement plan. Scope plan is about how to handle the scope. So we will eliminate it because we need to see how we handle the scope. Requirement plan is more about how to handle the requirements. We have already collected all the requirements. So I don't see anything like we need to go for the requirement plan. That is the reason. Hussain, I hope.
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Thank you. Yes, Abdullah, go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah, so sometimes I get exhausted with the amount of reading. And could you advise a study approach to prepare for the PMP?
Yeah. So Abdullah, this means that you are not a person who likes to read the book. I am a person who likes to read the book. You can see it, right? So everyone is different. So you need to, you can watch the videos for learning. You can watch the videos, or you can use audio materials. For example, you go to my channel, my YouTube channel. You have let me show you actually for everyone's sake. So if you go to my YouTube channel, the screen is, you can see the screen. No? Yeah. If you go to my YouTube channel, okay, my name, like on YouTube, type my name, AMERALI. So just go there. I have like 712 videos. I never know. In the playlist column, there is everything. There is overall videos that give you entire PMP. Entire PMP, 6 videos. Entire PMP. You watch it, your PMP is revised 6 times. The journeys videos. All journeys of the PMP. Agile. So watch those things, and I am 100% sure you will not get bored. And secondly, if still this thing strikes you, then you can convert these videos into audio. I'm also converting them. Maybe you are kind of person who like to listen. Okay. For example, I am a person who like to read, and I'm a person who like to watch. But as I am getting more and more busy, I do passive listening. I am working and I put music on the background. So that become a passive learning. Identify, Abdullah, how do you consume things? Do you like to read? Do you like to listen? Or do you like to watch? But from your point of view, I can say you are not a kind of person who likes to read. So maybe watching the videos, watching those things can help you out. There is nothing to be ashamed. You see, according to the modern research, we have multiple intelligence. Multiple intelligence. There's not a single thing that if you are good in mathematics, good. No, these are multiple things. You need to identify what you are good at and do that thing. You are good at and do that thing. Always remember, if you are good at, if you work on your strengths, you will become extraordinary. If you work on your strengths, you will become extraordinary. If you work on your weaknesses, you will become ordinary. So find out what you are good at, do your own SWOT analysis, your strengths, and start working on it. Okay, Abdullah?
Thank you very much, sir.
Sure. Yes, Nadeem, you have a question? Abdullah, please lower your hand. Thank you.
Yes, Amer, can you please go to the question number 12?
Sure.
And here is a word mentioned, accept.
Let me go to question number 12. I marked the question as numbers so that today I can, okay. So you failed.
The question is, all of the following could have been a response plan for such a risk, except.
Yeah, I made a mistake here. I didn't go. D was the right answer, but you guys were right. Yes, D was the like your answer justification was right. Keep the bag with you all the time, except I missed this thing. You are right.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. When I am wrong, I am wrong. I will accept it. You know that. Yes, Zahir Ahmed, you have a question.
Hello,
Good evening. Actually, I have a very simple question. As you said, there are a lot of videos available on your YouTube channel. So, as per you, can we clear this PMP only by watching videos from YouTube?
Many students did. Many students did. Yes, you
Okay,
can.
it's mean all the lectures you have given to your all cleared PMP students. So we can get
Yes,
all these information from your YouTube videos.
Yes. No, I don't know how do you work, how do you learn. Okay, but yes, as a right answer to this is yes. If I put it in plain words, go to my YouTube channel. Okay, just watch these watch these journey videos, overall video, agile video, and these coaching call, and you will be done. The entire PMP.
Okay, actually, my simple question is I don't know where to start or how the first step of learning PMP so I can clear this exam.
Have you taken 35? Have you taken 35 hours?
No.
First is that thing. The YouTube will not give
35
you
hours?
Yes, 35 hours training is mandatory from PMI. You need to take 35 hours training. For PMI, these are 3 requirements that you must fulfill before filling your PMP application. The first thing is you must have a graduation degree or you have a high school diploma. If you have a graduation degree, you need 3 years experience. If you have high school diploma, you need 5-year experience. After that, you need to take 35 hours of project management training. Okay, so you need a project management training. You can take it from any authorized training provider. Okay, any authorized training provider. Yeah, we do provide, but I don't do marketing here in my free that. You can take also from Udemy. You can take it from Udemy, but I recommend take training from any authorized training provider. Okay, whoever suits you. After you can watch the videos, but that is recommended. If you get selected for the audit, when you fill the application and you haven't taken the training, you will fail the audit. That is important.
Okay. Thank you for information.
Sure. Yes, next, this was Zahir. Zahir, lower your hand. Abdul Ahad, Irfan. Zahir, lower
Yes.
your hand. Yes, go ahead, Abdul Ahad.
Okay, Amer, so my question is that like Zahir, I am also at the initial stage and I'm planning to proceed with the PMP certification. So for the first thing is that you have cleared that there are a lot of posts that were saying that after January 2022, the PMP will be having the papers or exams as per the PM Book 7. So thank you for clarifying that. But my question is that now, since I am starting from the first stage, so should I go for the reference guide? I'm clear about that you have already cleared that there is no book from the PMP, but for a reference guide, should I go for from PM Book 6 or PM Book 7? From where should I start?
Abdullah, very important thing to understand is that as a first thing, if you are starting, anyone who is starting, please take PMI authorized training provider course, PMI ATP course. So wherever you are working, they are providing PMI. PMI has this year from 2021, they have actually given the material and 210 question to the authorized training providers. So go and take training from them. That must be the first thing, because they will provide you slides. Those slides will be more than enough. Secondly, they will provide you a book, PMI ATP book. So that book is more, if you do slides and book, if you like to read the books, even you don't need to read the books. Atif is getting confused why I'm mentioning the book. Even you don't need, if you just read the PMI ATP slides, that is more than enough to clear the exam. After that, after taking the course, if you want to read the book, I would suggest that skim the book 6th edition in the fast way, just to understand the processes, and 7th edition read in depth for knowledge. But for PMP exam, PMI ATP material would be enough for you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Amer.
Sure. Yes, Mohsen.
Hello. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Ji Mohsen.
Can I say hi to your co-host also?
Yes, you can say hi to all 3 co-hosts. There are right now 3 co-hosts. I put it. All of them are
He's my little brother.
Okay, good. Yes, Mohsen.
Sir, I have one query because I have attended PM Box 3 from PMI Institute, MM Road, and I have attended.
Long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago, in 2009.
Okay.
In February 2009.
Okay.
And I have attended PM Box 6 also from Abu Dhabi. But unfortunately, due to, as Mr. Atif know our routines, so I couldn't able to do it. But sir, which you was referring just before that 35 hours PMI training is mandatory. So while I have attended these two courses before, do I need to take training again or no?
No, you don't need to take training again. If you take a training even on the PMBOK 5th edition, 1 edition or 5th edition, you need to take training only once in a lifetime. If you have taken training again, then you don't need to take training again. These are some of the tricks that some trainers play whenever a new edition comes, like you need to take a training. That is untrue. Once you have taken the training, that is enough for lifetime. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. So nice of you.
Sure. So you can just watch the videos, and Atif, don't share the materials. So you can watch the videos and all those things. That will be enough for you. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
Someone wrote, I am interested in PMISP. You can message me personally regarding PMISP. Yes, Gaurav.
A lot of people mention that there is a drag and drop options, but I never see such kind of questions. So what do you recommend in this?
I have 2 coaching calls. If you go to my playlist of coaching calls, we have 2 coaching calls specifically on drag and drop. Watch them, they will be good. Then PMP Ray, he's a good guy. He also make free videos. PMP Ray, he put drag and drop question. You can also do that. Same goes for Andrew Ramdayal. He put weekly. Guys, do attend Andrew Ramdayal weekly coaching session. He shared 10 questions weekly. They are very good. Also, EDU HubSpot have started after following us. I am very happy that they have started weekly coaching calls. That's also free question. They are good material. Can you please explain what is Agile, as I am new? Umar, take a training of PMP before. In a summary, Agile is basically accepting all the requirement. Agile is customer collaboration or contract negotiation, responding to the change. That is Agile. Watch our Agile video, that will be good. Any tips for me? William, you message me personally. I'll share you the final. I have made a final minute preparation. I gave it to my students. I'll share it to you. So guys, let me share a few things before we end the call. Oh, Palani has a question. Yes, go ahead, please.
I'm currently preparing for the exam. We'll be taking in next month or in 20-30 days. So whichever test I go through, it's almost 55%. I've taken 2 mock, it is 55. And now as well in 20 questions, it is 11 was correct. So how to improve, or we have to go
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for asking this question. I was actually coming to that question. Any source of good quality? Palani, the next section is about that thing. Any source for good quality of mock exams? Dania Amer, there are many sources I recommend. First of all, on udemy.com, I recommend Wagde. Wagde, he has like 6 sets of questions. They are very good. Do that. Then Tridib mocks, excellent mocks, most difficult mocks. There you can do that. And then there are Yasin mocks. They are good. Andrew Ramdayal mocks. I also have my own mocks. I never recommend that because then it becomes more publicity. So Wagde, Yasin, Tridib, Andrew Ramdayal mocks, they are good. And then the premium mocks of Prepcast, they're also very good. So they are good mock sets that you guys can buy. Okay, so guys, please lower your hand. Thank you. So now, as many people says that our score is not increasing. We are doing the questions, our score is not increasing. The next section is all about that. And I would say this is the most important section of our class. The first thing is how to solve PMP question. Okay, how to solve PMP question. Atif, I need you with me to read this. Steps to solve for this. These steps are slow. Like you need, initially you will feel this is a very slow process, but you need it to solve the question. Atif, read step number 1.
Sure, sir. Step 1, slow down. If you rush, you may have to read question 2-3 times. Slowing down actually helps your brain to visualize a question and you understand the problem better. If you are fast reader, this will take practice to do it.
Actually, Atif, for people like me, this took a lot of time. I'm a very fast reader. I have taken 3 courses on fast reading so that I can read more books. But while solving the question, I need to slow down. This is especially for those people who can speak English good. So please slow down. This is a very important thing. Next step is more important. Gaurav, read step number 2.
Yeah, this is the most important step when you have given the answer to the question. Talk to yourself and second person, why you have given the answer, what is the logic behind this.
It was as second person. So talk to yourself. Okay, I have given this answer. Why I have given this answer? What is the logic behind this? Why I haven't chosen this option? Why I have chosen that option? So very, very important. Abdul Ahad Irfan, step number 3.
Okay, so step 3 is read the last line first. Last line mostly has what should the project manager do next, is doing or should have done. This will give you context of the question.
So as I said, as I said it before, read the last line first. Especially for the particularly question that are of 4 to 5 to 6 lines, read the last line first so that you can understand the context. Mostly the question is what you should do next. What is the next step? What is the next logical step? So reading the last line gives you the context of the question. So Plani, next step number 4.
Step number 4, read the options. This will give you answer question belong to which area. Most of the time you can eliminate one option straightforward here.
So setting the tone here, read the question slowly, then read, like first of all, reading it slowly, first read the last line. You read the last line, now read the option. Most of the time, one option is out of the way, that is absurd. You can eliminate it straightforward, saving the time. Now comes the next step. Now how to solve the question. Sandeep, step number 5.
Now read the question slowly to understand what is the problem. Read the question slowly to understand what is the problem. Every question is a problem. Your job is to identify what is the problem and how you can solve it.
So very straightforward. Every question, 180 question in PMP or 180 problems. Identify what is the problem and how you can solve it. Come next step.
While reading the question, if it is not mentioned, consider every question as a hybrid.
So the confusion, this question belongs to predictive, agile, is useless. Consider unless it is mentioned as an agile team, as a predictive team. And consider every question as an hybrid question. Very important thing to consider. Okay, Abdul Wahab, next step.
Identify these question areas belong to which process group and knowledge areas. You must know what happened in this process. Journey's video can help you to master this.
So identify the question area belongs to which process group, which knowledge area. The particular thing is that we are trying to diagnose the problem. If we can understand, okay, this is a risk area, so we can diagnose it betterly. Okay, so my journeys videos, I share the link. They can, because I am a journey guy, understanding the flow, that can help you in best way. Thank you. Okay, so Santosh, next one, please.
Step 8, now use elimination technique and remove option. Remember, unless you have a solid reason, do not eliminate any option. Unless proven, all options are right answers.
So now when you are solving the question, every option, the critical analysis on every option. Okay, I need a reason, as I was saying, why A is not the right answer. Why B is not the right answer? Why C is not the right answer? This is very critical. Unless you have a reason that this is not the right answer, every option is the right answer. Okay. And now use elimination. I think this I put it again. So step number 10, Ankar, please.
After doing question, analyze each question to find the root cause analysis and do what your own lesson learned register to identify areas you need to review.
So Palani, answering to your question, what to do? Once we have done the question, do the root cause analysis of each question, Okay, even it's right question. Okay, what lesson I learned from this question? What lesson I learned from this question? Very important. I'll read the last step. In your lesson learned register, make a column of learning point and see how it helps you. So this is the like we study about lesson learn register. Make your own lesson learn register. Let me show you 2 templates that I gave it to my students. If you need, I can share it with you guys. Just message me or email me. I have no issue. Okay. So the 2 templates that I recommend, you can make something like that. For example, this guy did a mock. Okay. So stakeholder cube, he did a mock. These things were wrong. So he put, okay, stakeholder cube, the topic belongs to stakeholder. This was the problem. Okay, he got a question wrong and something belong in benchmarking. So he put it there in the benchmarking, leadership, and all those things. This is one template. Guys, don't message me here in this chat box, because once the meeting is ended, I will not be able to see your email address. You can email me or WhatsApp, wherever I gave you a link. You can message me there. I'll share these things to you. Okay, templates for solving question. Second template. This is my personal favorite template. How to solve this? Okay, first I write down all those steps to solve the question. Okay, and then the same thing. What should the PM do next? Then I make a snap reference as a check sheet before solving any mock, just to review my journey of change request, journey of deliverable. And here comes the template. Okay, all 180 question, reviewed all 180 question. Okay, this question was wrong. What was the remark? What was the lesson learned from this question? Get the lesson learned from this question. This question belong to which area? And so on. If you do this, mark my words, for only 2 to 3 mocks, your results will start getting very, very high. Get a lesson learned from each question. Let me show you a real-time lesson learned did by one of my students. Okay, so here, okay, I'm getting message. Okay, Abdul Kalim, he did a lesson learned for Pepcast number 4. So he got 67% there. So he shared a lesson learned with us. So let me open the lesson learned how he did it. I haven't opened it, but I believe in him how he does the work. How my student basically do the work. Okay, so all 180 questions, you put it there. Okay, question number 3, you got a lesson learned, you put it there. Hey, he wrote page number, he need to read this. Question number 6, a lesson learned, this was the mistake. This lesson learned, this lesson learned. So this is the key. Keep on getting your lesson learned. Keep on adding your lesson learned. Now, this is the question to answer, how to solve PMP questions, how to solve all those PMP questions, how to improve your result. Now, the key to understand the flow of PMP, mind maps. Make your own mind map. Make your mind map so that you can understand how things are, how you can solve all the questions. If you can solve the question, you can do anything. Let me show you 2 mind maps that my students have made, like few of them. One of them Rafiullah made, and one I'll show basically what Sufyan did. So the entire journey of schedule management put into one page. So whenever you want to restart, like, okay, I can just go, okay, schedule management plan, what is there? What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? All those things on one page. So this is made by Rafiullah and one from Sufyan. I actually like the mind map of these 2 guys most. Okay, procurement. I'm opening the procurement mind map. So if you see here, the entire procurement is put on one page. You make a make or buy decision, then you select source selection criteria, which type of contract to use. So everything in the form of journey. You move from here. So once you make this mind map by your hand, you will get everything in very little time. So let me share something that Sufyan made yesterday. He did an excellent work. I gave him a task to make the mind map of entire PMP. Look what he has done. Starting from projects, operation, then he moved to need assessment. Then what is agile, predictive, hybrid, business case, benefit management plan, project charter, identifying stakeholder, the entire area, the entire topic there, then communication, the entire communication there. Okay, if we move up, resource, the entire resource topic is there. So, okay. Basic information about the resource, everything about resource is there. Everything about resource is there. Then he went on agile. Okay. So agile, everything about agile is there. Everything that you need for your PMP operation is there. Okay. So then quality, business environment, and so on. An excellent way to put all the information there. All the information there in the one page. So guys, my recommendation to you guys is make your own mind maps. If you need these mind maps from me, I can send you, no issue. I can share whatever I have apart from ATP material that I can only share to the best students. So everything I can do. The goal is that you clear the PMP exam, you clear the exam, and at any time, if you have any question, feel free to ask me. I hope these 2 hours have proven useful to you. These 2 hours have proven value to you. And I am more than honored that more than 180-90 people at several times has registered for this class and they were here. Thank you very much for your time. And we will do again one more coaching call, free coaching call next month. This is a date. And very important thing, every month after my complete batch, I do a complete batch video of 0 to end, the entire video of the material. So tomorrow is the batch 10 class, and that I will put live on YouTube. So do watch that same timing, 10 to 12. It will help you in clearing a PMP exam. Thank you very much for joining. And till next time, Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, and good night. See you guys.
Thank you, Amer.